You know, I kind of wish Twitch weren't annoying me right now and needing me to update when I literally just updated. But hello everyone. I can't see, I can kind of see chat right now, but not as much as I normally would. I normally have it up fully, but I can't because it needs me to update. So, welcome back. We're going to be going on to... My brain just lapsed. We're going on to Sunset again. You guys know how it is. Have a good chat. We'll do... Not quite sure what we'll do, but we'll definitely do something, so let's get that loading. As always, of course, love to chat. Chatting is fun. Alright. Make sure you guys can hear everything. Alright, everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. There we go. Okay. Now I can reopen Twitch. Perfect. So I will be able to see chat shortly. But howdy, everyone. I've done a little bit of work on the server today. Not too much. I just AFK'd a little bit. Cleaned up a couple of things. Only the basics. Wow, that is working correctly. Would you look at that? I made a Discord bot to set up in the Discord, which link is below the VOD. Go check that out along with all of my other socials. And I feel like I need to sneeze, but I'm not sneezing. I don't think I'm gonna sneeze. So I set that up with all my other socials, so it actually worked. I didn't think it was working, and it is, so that's great. But I still feel like I need to sneeze. I'm sorry. Okay, I sneezed. So, best news comes with this. After that, then... No, so I set that up. It's working great. Did a little bit. There isn't too many changes you guys will see outside of the fact that I dyed all my sheep back white, and I moved my dogs. I dyed the sheep back, and really the main reason behind that was because I can get any color I want from Misha, and I don't want to... I felt like I was competing, which I wasn't necessarily competing, but I didn't want to, so it's easier that way. At least for me, it's easier that way. And the other reason as to why is because it just looks a little bit neater, all put together. I prefer it. Less chaotic, and I know how to get the dyes. I can just buy whatever I would need. And then I moved my dogs, and really the only reason behind that was because I think I'm losing... I thought I might have lost a couple, and I think maybe it's because of the... They're right underneath the... What are you called? Lightning rod. So I figured it might not be a bad idea to check that and see. Because I could have sworn I had more than what I had, and I also breeded a couple, so there's a couple babies now, but... Trying to get that up and up. And the reason why I want white wool as opposed to any other color is because every time, so I find out different things that I can make new colors, not new colors, get more sources of emeralds. Right? Because I already talked about I need a lot of emeralds, and I need a lot of emeralds fast. And I've done some emerald gathering, then I realized I didn't have Death Strider or protection on my boots, so then I had to put that on there, which took more emeralds than I would have liked. Cut into it a little bit. But currently I have pretty much every farm that I have here works in some way to get me emeralds. So I have sugarcane, which I wish it were faster, but it's fine. The only way to make it faster is to add more sugarcane, but it's working, and that's all. It's working, and that's really all I can ask for. We have bamboo, which gives me sticks once I convert it, which works really well. We have the nether wart, which is lovely. We have, of course, we have the pigs. We have over here, jump, there we go. We have that monstrosity is, what is it called? Rabbits, because every rabbit component can be used to trade in some form to get emeralds. I figured that out and I realized that's a great idea. I should use that. That is chickens, because everything except for eggs can be used, and eggs can be turned into more chickens, so it just works out for me. And then I decided to change these all back to white because, oh Lord, you're loud. Because I can use those so I can trade the mutton with the butcher. But I didn't realize that if you get a shepherd, the ones that do with wool and the looms, you can trade wool for emeralds. But only the base color wools. So only white, gray, black, brown. Which makes sense. I just didn't think about it. And then of course cows. So I've gotten quite a bit more emeralds, but not as many as I would have liked, because that's all just from today. I haven't gotten any from downstairs. But that's also after I bought some stuff, traded some stuff. You know how it goes. The hardest part is now I have to remember what all the new ones look like when they don't start working yet, and then trying to find them because I don't remember. Oh, this is the other thing I changed. So I made these, and I want to figure out a good way to light them up. But now it's a rainbow when you drop and a rainbow when you go up. I thought about making it so that it was offset on each block, so it kind of looked like it was swirling. But then it didn't look right between the two sides, so I figured I'd just leave it. And then I think it looks fine that way. Move these off the wall so that I could at some point fill those in with lava if I chose to. I haven't yet, obviously, but I might. And then what else we got? I have to stop accidentally holding E. Oh, I traded clay with a stone cutter because I realized, well, for one, you can trade stone. So I'm making a bunch of nether bricks because I had a lot of netherrack left over. And I still have a lot of it going through, but after that I have a bunch of stone that's going to be going through, or cobblestone being turned to stone, and I can trade that with stone cutter as well. I think the grand thing that I'm looking for with the stone cutter, I don't remember what it is specifically, but I know there's a higher up one that can also be used to get for emeralds that I wanted. Days like today made me so glad that I have a lava farm. And then we also have, of course, the pigment farm, which is isn't even almost all, is completely tradable. And yeah, so every farm that I have, oh, and I have the potato farm as well. Every farm that I have so far is something tradable, which is really good for me. I didn't realize that. I have all this stuff from Misha still. And I'm thinking this might be an option for today, as opposed to working on stuff here. Going out and doing a little bit of... Oh, also, the reason why I dyed it back as opposed to dyeing it in post is because you can no longer do that. I did not realize that once they changed it from being bone meal to white dye, that you can no longer dye the sheet in post. Or you can no longer dye the wool in post. You can no longer make it white. You can make it into other colors, but you can't make it white. I think you can turn black, or you can turn like gray into dark gray or something like that. You can make darker colors, but you can't make lighter colors. Vaguely disappointing, but it makes sense. I mean, it'd probably be really difficult to do. And all of my meats, which are all eventually getting traded. And then feathers can be traded with the Fletcher, so that gives me all of my meat trades. I have to put the emeralds in the ender chest, and that goes in there. Do I need I don't need fireworks, so I can put those back. The more stuff I have, the more I realize, wow, I have a lot of stuff. At some point, though, I still do have another plan for this area. I just need to figure out where I want to do it, because I realized I don't have a mine for this side of, like, this spot. This location has no mines outside of what's in the water. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to make, like, a mine that wasn't underwater. I haven't decided quite on that part yet, but what I do want is I want to make some sort of elevator to get stuff back up here from mining. Although I don't necessarily need it because I have shulkers, it'd be nice to have. A long way to go. Although I could use gold for it, I want to use emeralds just because I know it's cheaper and it's a better resource, because I think the difference in resource also makes a difference. The difference in resource also makes a difference. What a sentence right there. That was bad. I don't have any more cooked pork chops. So we'll just take a half stack of potato. And we'll take a full stack of potato. Because I have so many potatoes. Because the rest of my potatoes are over here. At this point, I don't think I'm going to make any more potatoes for a while. Because we're all pretty good at handling... What is it? Handling our hunger. And we have enough stuff where it's not a big issue. Okay, take 2 empties alongside 1 full shulker. And that should be enough. Oh, I need a crafting table as well, which we'll take... I thought that one had a crafting table in it, but it does not, so we will make a crafting table really fast and just... No, I have an extra upstairs. We'll take that one. And that should be plenty. I shouldn't need anything else with that. I shouldn't need extra blocks, so I can get them from mining. Yeah, this crafting table is extra. It was from my last mining expedition, but I placed it when I was working on this house. Which I can't remember if I did this house on stream or off stream. Although I think if I do, so I had 6 of 6. I'd come in and talked about how maybe I should redo more of the villager houses to, make it kind of fit together. And I don't think that's a bad idea. So making a bunch of them be the same, replacing it with those kind of blocks. And you know what? I'm really willing to do that. I just have to figure out what I want to use for terracotta as a replacement. And then I think there's one other block that needs a replacement idea, and that would be that. I don't remember what it is though. And then for the flooring, I'd probably make all of this part. So the grass would probably be the normal, not normal netherrack, like the crimson nylium, I think is what it's called, something like that. And then this would be netherrack, so that it'd look kind of the same in terms of setup per se. Or shepherd. I gotta break it and replace it. We'll deal with that later. Good news is I don't have anything on me to put down yet, so it's not like it's gonna lock in. Alright, let's go. Sounds should be... Actually, I'll probably have to lower explosion sounds back, because I think I raised my sounds. Blocks is low. This should be fine. Okay. Why? Where'd you... It shot me and then immediately disappeared, and I don't know where it went. That's fine. We go. As always, we go to the main caves thing. Cave thing? I guess it's... Is it a cave mining location? Just because it's just easier. I don't like having to try to find ideal locations for things and work around weird builds and whatnot, and lava pits, and that location is getting very dug out. But the more it gets dug out, the more area there is to mine, because we're figuring out where there is and isn't lava, so it's easier to like move around in there. So I see no downsides with it, really. I know there's probably other people that do have some downsides with it, but I see no problems. It's just a vibe at this point. As long as I don't anger any piglins or zombie piglins, I'm good. Hoglins spawn down there, but they're easy enough to get rid of, and then else. And we also have the side hole, which is somewhere on this side, if I remember correctly. Right here. And this was when I was mining for magma. Magma blocks spawn around that, and there was just a lovely amount of magma blocks, so I went good at that. So, as always, I forgot We write down the coordinates because I always forget where I am. And now, that way, hopefully I won't forget where I'm going. Now I have to find a good location to start at. Oh, he's mad at me. That's fine. I don't care. They can do what they'd like. It's not like they're gonna hurt me. What? You think you're gonna bother me? I make your salary. That's not even true. I'm broke. I'm extremely broke. I don't have a job anymore because my job was on campus. I'm the brokest I've ever been. This is the first time I haven't had a job since... No, because I didn't have a job when I started at college. That's not true. But before then, before I got my, before I started college, last time I didn't have a job would have been sophomore year of high school. I have so many beds, it's fine. Let me mine some. There's so much lava here that it's making me a little bit nervous because I put expensive, valuable stuff right next to giant pits of lava. Which, I mean, I can make another crafting table, I just lose a bed in the process because I think I only have... I'm fairly certain I only have 3 extra wood. But that'd be something I don't remember at the moment. We'll go this way, why not? The one thing that I don't want to go into basalt if I don't have to, because basalt breaks slower. It's harder, so it doesn't explode as much. But hopefully it should be fine. Shouldn't be a big issue necessarily. How long has my mic been off for? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna assume it's been off for a while, but I have no way of knowing. I don't know when I turned it off. I'm gonna assume it's been a bit. So I'll just go back and talk about what I was talking about. I'll probably re-talk about what I was talking about since I hit the nether. So I'm assuming it... Have I turned it off since? I don't remember. Because I know I mute, you know, when I sneeze or something, because it's respectful, but... Christ, I don't know when the last time it was that I turned it off, so I wouldn't know how long it's been off for. But I'll assume it's been a hot minute. So, I talked about graduation, because I graduated, although I still don't have my grades back, and I'm waiting for it. I would have cried. I would have cried so bad. Okay, let's just wait this out. That's lava. That's death. We'll go this way. So I talked about graduation because I graduated, although I still don't have my grades back, which I'm waiting for because I really want those. I just like having the visual confirmation of, yeah, you passed all your classes, you're good to go. So once I get that, it'll be a lot easier for me to just relax. But since I don't have that, there's zero relaxing because who knows, I might have just accidentally bombed a final. There was someone last year who was supposed to have graduated but failed one of their classes senior year by less than 1%. So since I heard about that, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I want to know what my grade is, like the minute it comes out, you know what I mean? I don't want to have to wait and find out I failed because that'll be like tragic. Oh, I'm going down, I didn't even realize. That's probably why I haven't found much, but I am getting a good amount of netherrack. I call it a win. I guess I'll go up a little bit more. I talked about that, and I talked about how I haven't seen anybody in a while. Because the last person that I saw on here was Sky on Thursday. But I guess it's also just been quieter in general because, you know, the last couple weeks of school, no one really does, like, no clubs really do anything. Because everyone is busy with finals and whatnot. That was my fault completely, but still disappointing. So I haven't really hung out with friends a ton, although we did have one thing last week, which was pretty nice, but it was a little bonfire, so it was fun, but not too much. And then outside of that, online, I don't think I've played with anyone since Sky was on. We were kind of mostly doing our own thing, but before that, it would have probably been a couple weeks. I guess I should specify in this game, like in Minecraft, because League, I don't really count League as playing with people unless I'm on voice chat with someone, and I'm usually not because League people are League people. I know I am also a League person, so that probably says something about me as well, but as always, I will say exactly the same thing I say to my sister. You got me into this game. Like, if it weren't for my sister, I probably would have never played League. And I'm having, you know, I like the game. The community isn't great, but like the game itself is pretty nice. Like, for example, sometimes I watch like pro plays and like pro videos. And it's so cool. Like, I wish I was that good to be able to do. Like, some of it doesn't look hard, but when you actually do it, you see how much it takes, like, talent-wise. Like, it's difficult. Especially on certain characters, because the characters that I like my favorite champion is Teemo, which most people hate Teemo. Not specifically because, you know, it's a bad champion or anything. He's just annoying, which unfortunately a lot of people don't like that he's annoying. So his whole build palette, I guess, all of his abilities are based around poison, which is one of 4 poison champs, but one that's easily the most annoying because so there's 4 abilities, Q, W, E, R, right? So Q blinds, which means you can't see any incoming attacks. W is speed, which is basic. His E is a passive, that means that every attack that he does deals extra damage over time. And then his R, his ultimate, is that he plants bombs or shrooms that you can't see unless you use like special tools, which you can only use every now and again. But you step on them, they explode and do a ton of damage over time. A lot of people don't like them. I just think the champion's a lot of fun, but he's considered very not meta, which means he's not like normally played a lot. And so watching him be played, not just played, but like played well in Pro League is very rare. It does not happen often, but I thoroughly enjoy watching it. Although I will say, I've, I do play mine. I mean, I guess I play both of them about the same. It just depends on the day. Because sometimes I'll play one more, I'll play more Minecraft because I'm in a good mood, or there's something going on a server that I like. You know, I play a lot of Hypixel. Sometimes it's that, and then sometimes I play more League because maybe it's a new season. Maybe there's a special game mode that's out. Because I prefer the areas that aren't as toxic. That's what I've found. So for me, those areas are special game modes is one. Those are usually not nearly as toxic, and we have ARAM, which is so all random, all middle, so it's one lane instead of three, and then all the champions are random, so you don't have any. Oh, it's a 2 lane. Nice. You don't have any control over who you play outside of trading with the people who are also on your team to try to switch around people, so you can get some pretty good champion matchups that you wouldn't naturally get, and you can see different synergies that aren't common. And that's usually what I play. I have played some of the more competitive games, which they're nice, and I like playing them, but they can get so toxic. League is one of the most toxic games, if you haven't heard of that. Just generally, but it's also one of the more toxic games to people on your team as opposed to the other team. Normally a lot of games, they're more toxic to the other team, but not necessarily your team. So you're not toxic to your teammates, but to the enemy. League is one where you're more people are more likely to be toxic to their team as opposed to the enemy team. Although it happens in both directions. A little bit of a difference in terms of gameplay, game type, which is something that I've noticed a lot, which, I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's also like, you get used to it. It's one of those things that you're like, okay, whatever. You just leave it. I think that's why I prefer Minecraft, because it's typically less toxic. And both games have their stereotypes of about players. Let's be honest. Minecraft game stereotypes and League game stereotypes aren't too different. At least not necessarily too different. There are some, or they both have stereotypes, but they are vastly different. That's what I meant to say. Minecraft isn't typically, uber toxic like League of Legends is, but they both have their pros and cons. Well, that won't work. I could just go around it. It's not going to bother me too much. See, I would drop gravel, but I'd have to use a lot more gravel than a single block, and I don't want to. We will just go around it. Oh, I lost some blocks. That's fine. Realistically speaking, I don't need to be this far down for this. If I'm gonna mine a lot of... Oh, I walked straight into that. That was 100% my fault. Wow. I did that to myself. I'm gonna mine a ton of netherrack. I might as well get some goods out of it in the process. I was about to say the progress, and then I realized that is not the right word. I don't have to place more netherrack. Actually, I have to place one. I ran out of blocks. Oh, come on. Yeah. I didn't think I'd fall backward, that was on me. Go out. Punch. My armor's looking good, though. Somehow. I'm mildly surprised about that, but... I mean, I guess I really shouldn't be. Since I have netherite this time, so it's not like I'm running on nothing, because there have been times where I've ran on either diamond or iron to try to get netherite, and those both went about as well as you'd expect, and I'm going down again without realizing it. Okay. I always do that. And I end up seeing bedrock. I'm like, oh, I dropped. No drops blocked. Wow. No blocks dropped. Okay. We'll go this way, and we'll go up a little bit. That's sky lava. That's why we don't go up. Because that's the trade-off. It's either too low to get a good amount of netherite, like it's too low for netherite mining, or it's too high and you get lava. You get lava everywhere, because lava is everywhere. Oh, it came from there. I'm about to get charged at, I think. That's fine. Okay. That split second of lag made me feel like that was what the actual, like, I thought that was what it looked like, and I was gonna be like, oh no, oh no. So the fun part is now I get to try to clear out all this lava with 2 blocks. Okay, get rid of this one, how much will go? I just don't like having lava around if I'm mining anything. Anything meaningful. Like if it's, you know, nether... Okay, that's all I'm getting. That's fine. You know, if it's only netherrack or something like that, then I'm fine with it. But because it's netherite there, and if it falls into netherite, I mean, it won't die, but I would die. It's just easier without it. Go. It's the last 4 in this set before I gotta grab some more beds, which is fine. So the one thing that I find funny, so people say, you know, why 15? 15 or 14? I think it's 15, is like the optimal, you know, mining location for netherite, but realistically speaking, you could go lower than that. It just depends on if you're using beds or TNT to mine. You can go lower than that. Also, if there weren't such a big propensity for lava lakes, a world eater would be such a good idea. Which I would love to have a world eater for netherite mining if we didn't have so much lava in the nether, right? It would work so well. Because it would just drop all of the TNT from the sky, just into rows and just, you know, slice everything down as it goes. And because netherite is blast proof, it'd be perfect. Also, I don't think you can use TNT to light... I went down again. That's fine. I don't think you can use TNT to light a bed, like to make a bed explode. I think it has to be the other way around. Otherwise, I would say, oh, you can make a really nice daisy chain out of that if you used both of them, because beds are really, I'd say, cheaper. They might not be technically cheaper, but they're cheaper to me, because I don't fight mobs very often. I was gonna say I don't mind mobs, and I realized that's not correct at all. I don't fight mobs too often, unless I have to, so that would work out in my favor. But, you know, for other people, it might not. Okay, my mic's actually working this time, so that's great. More beds. The next stack of stuff, and then we just add in more netherrack, and that is the full shulker. Actually, realistically speaking, what I should do is put this into a different shulker, because I have so many shulkers. So I could make a shulker just a netherrack, because that's probably what I'm going to end up having at this point. I'll take out the other 2. That's extra wood that I don't need anymore. There we go. Beautiful. Look at all that netherrack. I know it feels like a lot of netherrack to, like, be collecting, but If I didn't have a use for it, I wouldn't be. But because I'm trying to make the, I'm trying to make nether bricks, I do actually need it. Although I could sell some if people want to make fireplaces. But I would never use a fireplace, so it wouldn't be something I'd consider. Although I feel like it's definitely not something that you'd need to sell or to buy if you want a fireplace. You literally just walk to Nether and just mine a singular block. That's why I'm not planning on selling it. Still no blocks, that's fine. And I went down again. Oh wait, there's the blocks. I have to go up again. Alright. Why did I knew that wasn't going to work in my favor. I don't know why I thought it would. You know, I'm pretty sure the only thing that that Fortune works for in terms of shovels is gravel. Because there isn't really much else to use shovel that you would use Fortune for, right? The only one that I can think of is gravel to get flint. Why did I do that? There we go. Oh, there's another one. Woo, more netherite. Or ancient debris, I guess. I should probably... I mean, people use it for anything other than netherite. Because I feel like using ancient debris as a crafting material is just an unnecessary flex. Or not crafting. Building material is an unnecessary flex. Because I've seen that before. It's wild to me. I mean, if you have the resources for it, go for it. But I mean, I feel like you could... Probably on any server you could sell it for better than whatever you're getting. Or whatever you would be getting. Oh, there's one next to it too. Perfect. Dope. Oh, there's a third. Okay, so that's 6. That is a full 1 so far, so I'd have 3 total because I have 2 blocks. Although I think I have 2 extra debris. Or, well no, they're scraps now because I smelted them. I might have a full 4 at this point if I remember correctly and I have 2 scraps left like I thought. Although I gotta say, I'm so glad that you can store shulkers in Ender chest because that's gonna give us so much more storage, like unbelievable amounts of storage in an Ender chest. I forgot that that was a thing that could be done, so now that I know that it is a thing that can be done, it's gonna be great. Every time I do this, man, one of these days I'll... There we go. Jump. There we go. Okay. Nothing, but there's the blocks. Grab those. I don't think there's any more blocks. That's all I see. Okay. Please don't throw me back too far. Okay, it didn't. See, if I really wanted to do like a proper mining expedition, what I'd have to do is turn on a... Or not turn on. I'd have to go buy fire resistance from Misha. Because there's no way I'd survive that without it. Because the issue is, you know, you go down at that level, you start mining. And lava pockets are so common that you can... If you're sprinting, you can mine straight into them and just not even notice. That is why I would want that before I ever consider doing like a mining expedition like that. You could do that, you could accidentally fall into, you know, walk across gravel on accident or blow up gravel and fall into lava, which I've done before on this server and I really wouldn't want to do again on this server. I wouldn't want to do it again, period. I feel like I should specify. It's never an intentional, but nonetheless. Okay. That's so much gravel. I'll just grab the netherrack and then move and turn in this direction. I have to go up a little bit, so I'll just mine up. Make that jump. I can make that jump. Beautiful. Parkour master. That's a lie. I'm not that good at parkour, but I can pretend. I'm getting better at it though. I started playing, it's a Hypixel housing called Terabase. I started doing theirs, and you know, I'm not doing too bad. Definitely room for improvement, but I'm a lot better than I was. And that's really all that like matters to me. I don't think I'm gonna be perfect, but improvement. I've always thought about, hey, I could do that on stream one day, you know, just do parkour in chat, and then I realized, oh, the amount of clowning that could happen with just how bad I am at parkour sometimes, and it would be interesting. Also because of the amount of times that I miss like blatant jumps, and then I make fun of myself. I think it could be interesting, but it'd be like, I don't know, for me it'd be like almost playing a rage game because of how many random jokes I make about it. Although I don't think it's exactly the same as a rage game because I don't rage much anyway, so. This one's on the ground. I haven't seen one on the ground in a hot minute. 7. I meant to press W and I pressed S. That's fine. Or not. I meant to press S and I pressed A. That's, yep, there we go. I know my buttons. And every time I think that a block looks like another block, the amount of times that I look at something and I think it's ancient debris, and then I turn around and it's not. Because I've confused, at this point I've confused netherrack with ancient debris. I have confused quartz with ancient debris. I don't even know what else I've confused with ancient debris. Probably too much. I always do that. I back off and I miss that one click to activate the bed. Also, so I've learned, apparently my YouTube videos, like my streams that I put on YouTube, do best if it's Hypixel. I don't know particularly why, I just find that funny. Those ones are the ones that have the most views. I mean, it's not a lot of views, let's be realistic. I mean, for me it's a lot, but like, in general, it's not a lot of views. But it's more views than I expected to get on any of them that quickly. Because I think in the first day, because I have not watched any of them on YouTube, because I want to make sure that those numbers stay as realistic as possible. I don't want to skew it. So I've not watched any of them on YouTube. And I think that one is the highest, and it had the highest in like 24 hours, I think, right after I started. So I was a little bit surprised about how quickly that one went, in all honesty. This is a fall. Also, I added some new music. I think I might have talked about it last time, but I don't remember if I did, so I can talk about it now. But basically, so when the whole DMCA apocalypse thing was going on with people who play music games on Twitch, which was a big thing that I watched a lot of at the time, a couple years, not a couple years ago. I think it might have been a year ago max. But I watched a lot of streamers over there when around that time, and they had talked about how Monstercat typically does not do restrictions like that in terms of monetization and whatnot. So I figured, you know what, now is the time to try it, you know, because I wanted to add more music, and the stuff that I was having issues with on Twitch was not what I was having issues with on YouTube. It was vice versa almost. So I figured, you know what, this is something good to try. We'll try this. So I just grabbed a bunch of Monstercat songs, and I kind of went for, some of them are a little bit more louder than others in terms of like energy, but I kind of went for the more chill ones, like the house kind of music. Because I think that's more of the vibe of my stream, is kind of chill house kind of music. Like I'm not super, I don't think any of it's super energetic or anything. So it just kind of fits with the vibe, which is the end goal. There's lava. Where's the lava? I saw the particle effect. The particle effect is gone, which makes me very stressed because I know there's lava up there, but it's not dripping. I have my particles on low. It's on that block. Okay. If I go this way, it shouldn't be an issue. But we'll see, because luckily I can tell on both when I get copyright strikes. And I had some of these songs in last time, so I think I changed it. I changed it sometime last week, but I don't remember if it was before Wednesday's stream or before Thursday's stream. I checked, and I'm always gonna have a copyright claim, like until I can get everything figured out on my YouTube ones. I'm gonna have a copyright claim, right? I haven't checked which songs got claimed yet, but if it is the Monstercat stuff, then I'm gonna have to take that out. And I want to see, the thing is, I want to have a long stream playlist because I don't want, oh, I have to do blocks again. I want to be able to have variation in my stream so the music isn't all the same. You know what I mean? So it's something that every stream there's something different regardless of what you watch. Whether you watch me or you watch, or whether you watch like all of my streams in the same server, that there's still something different each time. But as of currently, I've not been, you know, it hasn't been going that way, mostly because simply I just don't have the well, as I lengthen the stream, then I find out about more issues with, you know, advertising and whatnot. And this one is the full one. We'll put the full one in the corner so I don't try to accidentally use it. Okay. But I just want to have a really long stream playlist. I feel like it's not something that'd be difficult to ask for, but I just haven't gotten it. I know some people don't stream with music, but I don't know if that would be something I could actually feasibly do because I always play with music. I feel like streaming without music would just be weirder. And also it gives a little bit less of a silence when I'm not talking. Ooh. Which, I mean, isn't a ton of the time, because I talk a lot when I stream. But I feel like it's still enough of the time where it's a good idea to have it. But I mean, I guess if I turn off my mic for who knows how long, I'm gonna have to go in and edit that and just put like a, I might just cut that part out, honestly. Put a disclaimer. Which, I mean, I'm not big on editing, but I will if I have to. That's probably something I'll have to... I mean, in theory, I could leave it, but that'd be weird. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, so I will just have to edit it. I won't be able to upload that VOD straight like I normally do. Alright. Yeah, on Twitch, the issues I was having were all like gaming song related. Out of the few that I have that I was able to catch, because I know I had one, but I wasn't able to actually watch that VOD because right when I saw it and was about to check it, the VOD expired. I was like, oh. I could go back and watch like the actual video of it, but I don't know what the timestamp was anymore, which is the other issue. I still had the timestamp, it wouldn't be, but because I don't have the timestamp, so I don't know what song it was. And the only other thing I've had issues with, on YouTube I've had a lot of issues with just random songs, really. A lot of it is the stuff that is, almost all of it actually is creator music, which I had on Twitch because I didn't have any issues with it, so things like Lovejoy, CG5, video game remixes, so VGR. Those are the ones I had issues with. And then also, we had Caro Caro Bonito. I had to take those out because I had all of those songs kept getting flagged. And then Midnight, which I wasn't expecting, but they got good music. It was very nice. They were kind of chill, vibey. I don't remember what genre it is, but kind of like a old style synth. But like it's like a 70s vibe, I think. No, 80s vibe. Whichever one was like the disco era, not disco. Like a. Actually, I don't know how to describe this genre, but none of the words that are coming in my brain are correct. Synthwave. That's what it's called. It's like that kind of era. Ooh, I just saw a lot. Oh, and a lot of lava. Great. Okay. I might use some nether. I guess I could mine other blocks for this, but I might just use netherrack for this. I really want that second one that I saw in the lava, because I don't know how much else there was. Okay. I think that one's going down. Yep, okay. That one's going. Totally. The thing is, I just can't see what needs to and what doesn't need to go. I should eat so I can have healing ability. Healing is important, you know, just a little bit. I think that got a big bit, if I remember correctly, where that one was. And that block is there, so this whole side should be going down. Okay, perfect. Got that. Alright, so this is working better than anticipated. There we go. There we go. Okay. The last one is over there. That's a majority. And I should be revealing the one that was in the middle, because I know I saw a second one. Did I not? I could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. I mean, either way, I needed to clear out the lava so I could get this one. But I thought I saw a second. I must have just saw that and assumed. Which is exhibit number like 10 of me confusing different blocks for ancient debris. I mean, I see no downside. I still get ancient debris out of this, so I'm so happy. I got 10 full now. Alright, so let's go this way since less lava. Sounds like a nice idea. Of course, I fell directly into the lava that was behind me that I was like, I don't need to fill it in. I'm not going to fall into it. Immediately falls into it. Oh, that one's a low one. If I could stop burning anytime soon, that'd be grand. There we go. He's gonna be mad at me in a second because I'm not wearing gold. There it is. Yep. Get bot. Anything this way? Nah. Where are the blocks? Block stack is non-existent, so either I already got it or it burned. Left I have magenta left as well. Okay. I couldn't remember what the other color was that I had. Sounds good. Right. Ooh, there's one. I'm gonna have to build up to it, aren't I? I might be able to do a little bit of parkour. There we go. Parkour god. Still can't see my actual... I don't know why my dashboard does not want me to see my actual VOD. I'll just put it there. Move some stuff around. Why does one device work but not the other? Who knows? Flex. Flex. So in terms of stepping up streams, what I kind of... This is kind of my theory. This is not finalized. This is not a finalized decision, so don't take this as like, you know, 100% fact. But the current plan is adding on at least one stream, if not two. And I'm thinking about doing Tuesday. Well, no, not Tuesdays, Fridays. Or either Fridays or a weekend. And I don't know which weekend day is better, which is the only reason why I haven't added weekends. Because I don't want to add a weekend day and, you know, it's... I know there's one that's better than the other, I just don't remember which day it is. It's better if it's Saturday or Sunday. But the main reason to add weekends as opposed to another like weekday is just because it'll be easier to move around, and I know that I won't be messing up either. Well, I might still be messing with my mother because I don't know, her work days are kind of sporadic. She's not working this month though for that one, for her tele job, so that helps a little bit, but I just don't want to mess up her signal too much. Those blocks did not render, and I thought it was Blackstone for a second. It was not Blackstone. Ooh, ooh, nope, out, out. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Okay. That was almost really bad. Like, really bad. Okay. I'm so glad I have good armor in this one. Like this time that I'm, doing this. Hello, Hoglin. Come here. Get bodied for the sake of science. Not even the sake of science, it's the sake of my pockets. But it's still worth it. My pockets are a science. I don't see any blocks, blocks, blocks. I see no blocks. There we go. Okay. What's in this area? I understand why it spawns so much lava, but not lava fire, but sometimes I wish it didn't. I'm gonna go grab some of this. Alright. Jump, jump. There we go. Okay. There we go. That was not where I planned on. Guess that is where I thought it was coming out of the ceiling, so that's where I was planning on putting it, but I guess that's where it needed to go. I missed it was not in the ceiling. Alright, there we go. Oh, there's two. Oops. Hurt that guy, but I didn't hear him die, so that's good. And I don't even see any blocks. They must all burned. Oh no, they're there. I'm just blind. I mean, I guess they are kind of hard to see because it's the same texture on top of each other, but there we go. Okay. Cool. Let's do a couple more. I only have 2 more left. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Sometimes I wish there were more, like, people on the server just generally, like, as a group that were more active, so it wasn't just the 4 of us, per se. I think we could do a lot more with it, but it's like, I don't want to do everything if someone wants to come on later and be active, but because no one else has, that I've noticed, I don't want to be that guy. If someone wants to build something, I don't want to feel like, I don't want to be the one that's, I already did it and I'm selling it, so they don't feel like there's a good reason for them to, because there's always someone. I think that's also the benefit of, getting a large server together to start at the same time. Everyone ends up kind of being in the same place. Whereas now, I mean, the 4 of us all started around the same time. Except for Sky, but Sky is on the least at this point. As far as I know, Sky's on the least. Like, I started first, I think, and then Jackie started after me. And then Misha, or was it Misha, then Jackie? I don't remember. But one of those 2 in that cycle. So we all ended up being around the same place. But now if someone else were to join, we're so ahead. That lead would feel painful, I feel like. Where did I put the other? Yeah, I moved that, that's why. And this one's the empty one, and I need where's my crafting table? Oh no. Forgot to break my crafting table at some point. That's okay. Well, you know, I was planning on keeping the white wool, so that is fine. I'll just take the magenta. Then we will make a crafting table with the extra wood. I don't know where I left the craft. Nope. And where's the two? Where's the two? This. And then we need one of those. Wild. There. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I have to put this guy down first so I can fill it with netherrack. We'll have to do it like, well, I guess what I could do is place down this shulker and put some stuff in it. Like I don't need to put that up like that and go in there. You can probably put that in there too. I don't think I'll be, if I get more of that, that's fine, but as it gets later, that should become less of an issue. You know what? What probably happened is I broke it, but I couldn't pick it up, and I didn't notice. That's 100% what happened. Thinking about now how many that because I remember last time I had a full inventory and I had to throw something out. Or no, I had a full inventory. I didn't have to throw anything out, but I had a full inventory, so it's 100% what happened. Vaguely annoying, but I guess it's fine. How was that even close enough to hurt? I'm not gonna ask questions anymore, I guess. Oh, I can take that out of my offhand now. Yeah, this week has just been a lot of stress, honestly, with just moving out of... Yeah, technically moving out and moving back, I guess. Moving back home and graduating and getting through with finals and all that. Now it's just stressful because I have to get a job, and that's in itself is just like, I don't like adulting, so having to adult more rather than less is not ideal, but it happens. I guess that's just how it works out for me. Hopefully at some point I do get a job and then I can just leave it, but for the time being I have to get a job. The other thing is because I want a job where I don't want to go for a job where I'm not gonna get paid like a livable wage. And that's part of the other issue because technically I'm considered entry level even though I have a lot of experience. But because, depending on how you look at it, because it's an internship, a lot of places don't count that as experience, which also is dumb. But because I don't have a lot of experience, you know, people will try to either way undersell me or say, oh, your experience is, you know, close, but not quite enough for us to give you, like, a wage that's actually livable, which I think there's a lot of problems with how wages are done in the US, but that is one that really bothers me. I know there's gonna be lava this way, but I'm just trying to see how much I can get away with. Oh, that's a 3-stack, and I'm gonna get that 3-stack. That's not what I meant to do, and that actually made it worse. Okay. We'll just use another egg. Simple. All we gotta do is box it in. And then I can mine it without having to worry about Wait, I think there's a... Yeah, I didn't put anything underneath it. That's... okay. That didn't work. That didn't work as I planned it to. That's fine. That was something I did not plan on. The house phone ringing while I'm streaming because I don't want to go get it because it's not in this room. But I also know that I don't know who it is and they might expect someone to pick it up if it is something important. But I mean, hey, if they think no one's home, then it's fine. And also, my mother should be home soon. They drop nothing. Like, I mean, obviously XP, but, like, nothing else. Very disappointing. Also, I should probably check on that farm. I mean, I don't think I'm close enough to it to have AFK'd at all. But I should check on it regardless, because I don't know how much I might have something over there. I don't think anyone else is AFK'd at it, though. The only person who has, and who also knows where the location is, as far as I know, is Sky. But that, I don't know. I need to AFK at it again at some point, though, because I have started to run out of... They're calling twice. Oh, I don't want to get the phone with them. Because it's probably just going to be a spam call or something. And I'll be so upset, because no one ever really calls the house at this point. Especially if no one picks up, they don't call the house twice. And it's not like they called my cell phone, so it's not someone trying to reach me. And it's too late for them to call about, oh, so, the government thinks I committed tax fraud. So we can talk about that. Not necessarily tax fraud, they think I've lied on my taxes. So basically, somehow they ignored a zero. Or, they ignored a decimal place. Which wouldn't have been an issue, necessarily. Well, no, it would have been an issue, necessarily. If they would have paid attention, it wouldn't have been an issue at all. But, it raised my taxes from, you know, just... in that specific location from, you know, just normal 3K as is to 300K. Which is a little bit concerning, considering I don't have that kind of money and now they want me to pay $8,000 for, like, the taxes that I missed that I would have paid had I, you know, been paying all of those taxes in that 300K, which that I wish I had. Like, I wish I had that much money. But unfortunately, I do not, so I had to do a bunch of appeal stuff to try to get my taxes figured out. And it's stressful. Especially because I'm supposed to pay it in a month. I think I'm supposed to pay it before the 24th. But they're only going to get back to me about it in a month. No, in 2 months, I think. They said 60 days. So there's a possibility that they don't get back to me until way too late, and then I might get fined. Or it might mess up some sort of, like, my credit score or something like that. My legal history. I really don't want to end up getting in trouble with the law for this. I'll be very upset. Them missing a zero, or missing a decimal place, caused me so much strife. Okay. I'm still at... oh, I might... when did I get to 18? I do not remember when I got that high. Also, that block is oddly dark. But anyway. Oh, that must have been when I got the 3 stack. That was probably why. Gravel's actually not bad. I don't mind having gravel. Because when gravel falls, it blocks... it, like, immediately turns off all the lava. And it just moves the blocks, otherwise I don't have to mine through the gravel to get more blocks either. It's all great and dandy and everything. Alright. After this 4, I gotta find my way back, which is gonna be fun. I love trying to find my way back out of who knows where. Like, I know I'm so far away from... I'm 100 blocks, I think, in each direction. Just about, so... It'll definitely be a fun trip back, that's for sure. I shouldn't get lost. Because I have the coordinates. Well, I mean, I can get lost, but I have the coordinates. I know where I need to go. Just know it's gonna be a fun little run. Hey, I might even find my crafting table on the way back, who knows? See if I can find one more. That's the lava. The only reason why, when I'm not, like, looking for netherrack, I don't mind lava. For the main purpose of it completely turns off all of the, like, once you get rid of the lava, all the fire is gone. So when you have a lava like this, now there's no fire in that location either. Come on. I might just... There we go. That's a lot of lava. I'm not going that way. I'll just get the blocks from here and then we get to turn around. Woohoo! -13. Well, we'll just go and, well, honestly, I really could just dig my way there. That's what we'll do. We'll go up to 15. This is 15. And then we need to go toward -C. And the good news is because my shovel is not enchanted, I do actually have to think while I'm... I'll be able to get there. I shouldn't, as long as I'm careful, because it's a big difference. You can really tell when you hit something bright because the whole space gets super bright. There we go. Okay. Not bad. Hello there. Find another hole in the wall. I do need to go that way, but I also need to go this way. And one of those ways is much better than the other. Yeah, kind of. There's really not a lot of great. There's a lot of lava in this area. Oh wait, I'm up too high actually.
Your first line is, "My name is Claude," so just repeat after me. Je m'appelle Claude. Let's try. Je m'appelle Claude.
That was my fault. I knew that was a possibility and I just kept going. That's 100% on me. Good news is I get some more blackstone. This one's negative, this one's positive. Okay. I have a lot more. That way, then I need to go this way, but I was hoping to get as far as possible. That may not be as it goes. Looks like a pretty bit of lava pool, actually. If I go over here and yep, okay. Why did I run away? I could literally just place a block and solve that whole issue. Okay. Okay, I can't go that way. And I go just further this way. Okay, I'm above it now. Now, do I know how long it is? How big it is? No. But I do know that I haven't hit it yet, so that's great. I have enough blocks to get out of any situation, even if it is netherrack, which is, you know, a block I'm trying to save. I'd rather run out of it. Not have enough of it then. Like that. That would have been... That was my fault as well. I really... Oh, there's a hogman nearby, which means there's open space nearby. I'm getting close that way. I should get closer this way. I do have to pass 0 in this direction, so... There we go. Okay. I did not place blocks very well on this, but that's fine. I have to go. Oh, that's a problem. And there's lava above me. Okay. If I go this way, and then I go up one more, it's up here, and then I go this way. Got it. Not quite. I'm actually getting into a pocket. I need to go this way though, way more. Which is really the main problem is I need to go so far in this direction. But lava do be existing like that. But realistically speaking, it won't kill me, but it'll be so annoying to deal with. There we go. Like, that didn't even hurt me. It's just annoying. Although my armor's probably taken... Yeah, my armor's taken a good chunk, but it's not actually, like, hurting me. I think if it were hurting me, it'd give it more reason for me to avoid it, but it's just... I don't think... Does fire resistance affect your armor as well? Oh, we found an open spot. I need to go that way. Might as well get a little bit of XP so I can heal my stuff up a little bit. Alright, let me place it is this one has space in it still. And there's that, so that one is now full. And we take this one, which has some stuff in it. We put the ancient debris in there. That in there, that in there. That should be good. Oh, and I ran out of food, so we'll put that there. Perfect. Didn't even realize I ran out of food. I went too far. Okay. I think I actually need to end stream right now because I hear someone calling me. So I will. This is actually a really bad time, but I'll find my way back. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Yes, I know my stream schedule. Wednesday. See ya.